If you want to create sliders like these, just keep watching. Starting off, what you want to do is insert my easy slider module. You want to put it somewhere where the client can access it, so replicated storage. Then go into your GUI, and anywhere you want, insert a local script. We're going to call this one main. Now what you need to do is you need to access your frame and your button. First of all, we're going to get the easy slider module. So slider. So now what we need to do is get the frame and the button. So local reverse bar or container, that's what I'll call it. Then the slider button. Alright, those are the only two things you need. Now what you need to do is create an instance of the slider. So local slider is easy slider.new. Oh, you have to require it. Easy slider.new. Alright, all you need to do is pass in the slider button, which is the button that is under your frame, and then the frame, this one. So container. Now you can add a default percent if you wanted the default to be 50%. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So now all you have to do is, in order to detect when the slider changes its percent, just do slider.percent changed. And it works just like in an event. You just connect. So we're just going to print percent changed. And the first argument is the percent. It's the only argument. Let me format this a little bit. Or no. It changed. And then you can just do this and toString. Well, you don't have to. Percent. And test it. Now, okay. It errored. I probably forgot. Yep. Now, as you can see, the percent is accurate. So, but the text does not change. So I'm going to show you guys how to change that. What you have to do, you need to get the percent label. Oh, okay. That's a different part of it. Container. So what we have to do is go above this frame and then access the percent label from there. So right now we have access to this one, or no, this one. Then we need to access this one and get this percent label right here. So now that we have our percent label, what we have to do is we have to format this percentage. So math.floor percent multiplied by 100, and this will turn it into 10%, 20%, 50%. Now we can put this, or change the label's text to reflect this. So percent label dot text equals string dot format, which will format this to be percent sign s percent sign. And then we'll pass in percent. Rounded percent is the argument, which is basically what this does. Percent sign s will basically, this will place rounded percent where this percent sign s was in place of it. And then these two percent signs, it's just 1% sign. You'll see when I run it. And now let's make it do something. So let's get the base plate. Now let's go to baseplate dot color. It's color.new. Percent. Make sure you're doing percent, not rounded percent. But if I do this, it's going to be just black and white. But if I just make one of these negative, or two, it'll just add color. Until you get to 0, it's just black. And if you want to make it so that the slider snaps to percents, this is a new feature that I've added. So let's say we want to be able to snap to 10 spots. Which you may not understand what I'm talking about, but once I show you. So it just snaps to 10%, 20, 30. That's how you do that. And if you want to change it, you don't have to do it in the default. What you do is just do it right here. Slider, set range, let's do 5 this time. Then slider.range enabled, set that to true. Now what this is gonna do is enable snapping without having to do it in the default argument.